All right, guys, today I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while. I'm going to blow dry my beard. Now, I've said before that I don't plan on using heat on my beard that often, but every once in a while I would. And this is one of those days I'm going to. Now, lately, my beard has been reaching proportions that are quite significant. So it's beginning to look very bushy, and I have to wait until it gets to be longer before it starts to drape a little more like I would like it to. So to help it along, to change things up, to mix things up a little bit, I am going to blow dry my beard to relax the hairs and allow my beard to drape the way I'd like it to, just for a little bit. And then maybe do this maybe once or twice a week, but certainly not all the time. And I'm going to use a very simple comb. This has both the, let me get this in the light, both the wide tooth and the narrow tooth. Now, I could use a lot of different things. Like there's brushes, like styling brushes like this. There are curling brushes like that, and they make them smaller also. And they make all different kinds in between. Well, I'm having a little trouble pulling that one out, so I'm not gonna bother, but you get the point. There's all different kinds of brushes, but for this video, I'm gonna stick to this very simple comb. It's not gonna do everything that I want it to do, but it's all I'm gonna do for today. This is just one of the simplest ways that you can blow dry your hair. Now, I did wash and condition my beard. I used Artius Man's Tinderbox beard wash. It's sort of a light, very light smoky scent, very nice. Then I put the beard conditioner in. Likewise, I'll provide links in the description below. I can get you 20% off on Artius Man products. But I worked the conditioner in all the way to the ends of the hair. And then I got out and I towel dried it. I haven't put oil in it yet, so now I'm gonna put the Tinderbox beard oil in. I'm just gonna fill this dropper up like this. And I'm pretty much gonna use all of it. You can tell this is a little bit thicker than some other oils. And you can see that nice tint to it. Looks a little smoky, doesn't it? But it's very, very smooth. I'm gonna start by going up underneath, working to the skin, and then out. All right. So that's just a prep. Now I'm gonna comb it out. And while it looks kind of straight now, it's only because it's damp. It's because it's kind of wet. That's all that is. As it dries, it will start to curl up. It will start to do all sorts of things. And I don't mind that. I like that look. It kind of adds character and personality to your beard, but it does not stay this way. Okay, blow drying it will. So that's gonna help, but yeah, it's still damp. I let the oil work in. Now, typically what I would do is I would let the oil sit for maybe 10 minutes or more. But to kind of fast track all of this, I'm going to move on to the next step, which is I'm gonna take a blow dryer, and this is just a typical Revlon. I'm gonna put links to some blow dryers from Amazon down below. So you can use those if you want, you don't have to, but it does have the hot, warm, and cool settings, along with high, low, and off. We're mainly gonna use warm and low settings. And then also has a cool shot button right here. Most blow dryers have a cool shot button. It's very useful. You wanna make sure you get one that has that. So the way I start off is, I'm just going to dry the beard without trying to style it first. And here's how I do it. I'm gonna put it on warm, and then low. I just use my fingers at first. The underbeard is what stays damp the longest. And I try to tease and rough up the beard to kind of relax the hairs a little bit more. and to make it a little bit easier to style into a shape I want, although it's not gonna be entirely what I want, but this is a very simple procedure like I was saying, but I'm gonna tease and rough up the beard a little bit the way I'm doing it right now. Okay, so now it's just still slightly damp. I mean, just ever so slightly, but most of the wetness is gone. So I'm just gonna run the wide tooth comb through this really quick, and then I'm gonna commence blow drying it. I'm gonna move my blow dryer, or point my blow dryer in the direction that I want the hair to go, and yeah. So I just keep it away from here, keep it on low, keep it on warm, and then use the wide tooth to comb in the direction that I like. So here we go. Okay, you see it taking shape and straighten out as I do it. Now, one of the points I want to make here is that this is why it's very important to grow your underbeard early on if you're going to grow a longer beard, because look at the density I have underneath here. It's all supporting the rest of the beard, so it's very important to do that. And so when you begin to blow dry it and style it, it actually does make it easier if you have good undergrowth. So make sure you start that early on if you're trying to grow a bigger beard. So let me hit this one more time. So notice a couple of things. Typically what I do is I make 3 strokes down and then move to the next section and can do like 3 strokes. And I go over that a number of times until I'm satisfied, and I move the blow dryer with the comb as I'm doing it. All right, so now I'm going to turn this around and use the narrow tooth to kind of group the hairs together a little bit better. And so it makes a slight difference, at least to my eye it does, even if it doesn't to yours. But this is how I do it. So now, by blow drying the beard, what I've done is I've added a little bit of length to my beard. Another point I want to make while I'm at this is, remember a couple of videos ago when I said that it appeared that one side of my beard was growing longer than the other. Well, I said, no, it's actually not. It just looks that way. And I didn't want to trim it because if I did later on, it would cause problems. This is the side of the beard that looked like it was growing longer than this side. Now, if I had trimmed this, these sides would not look the same. Now you can tell, and I wore this colored shirt on purpose so you can see the contrast. Now you can tell it's the same length. But if I had trimmed this down, I would have a problem right now. I'd be very dissatisfied, upset with myself. So yeah, this is a very simple, short process if you just want to use this. And what this does is it kind of slims my beard down a little bit. I do have some waves right here. I could curl them out. I wouldn't do that with this, of course, but that's not my whole purpose right now. I'm not going to be anal retentive about this, And as the day goes on, it may irritate me a little bit. That is one of the downsides to blow drying and styling your beard, is that now you're going to be paying attention to it more throughout the day, and any little aberration is going to probably annoy you, or maybe not. Maybe that's just me, okay? So these are just my opinions, it's just my way of doing things. It may not apply to you, but anyway, this is just the process I go through. It's a very short process. I mean, I don't talk my way through it every time I do it, so literally it takes me just a couple of minutes, okay? So after I put oil in it and run the blow dryer through it, now I'm gonna apply their Tinderbox Beard Balm, okay? One of the things I like about Artist Man's Beard Balm is that when you break it down in your hand and it melts, it tends to be a little bit softer than some of the other beard balms, which kind of have a stiffness to it. I mean, beard balm is supposed to have somewhat of a stiffness to it because it does have wax in it, but you don't want to really have to struggle with that when you're dealing with a styled beard. A softer balm is nice. So I'm going to take some of this, and there are softer balms than even this right here, okay? So I'm gonna take a little bit of this, put it in my palm, break it down. I'm gonna run it through the top of the beard first. Now I'm actually gonna run it underneath through the underbeard. A lot of guys wouldn't tell you to do this, but the reason why I do is because that underbeard supports the rest of the beard. And so if the beard balm can do its work under there, as well as on the top, it just makes for an easier time. I'm gonna rub the rest of it into my skin. All right, now I'm gonna run this comb through it. And then I'm gonna use the cool shot button. I'm gonna briefly use the warm and then the cool shot. So I'm gonna run it on low heat for a second to work it through the beard, then I'm gonna use the cool shot. Narrow tooth. Cool shot. The cool shot does help set the beard. You do have a cool setting, which you could use. It's probably effective. I just find it convenient to hit the cool shot button. But that cool button is nice also. But that will help set the beard and help it remain a little more consistent throughout the day. But that's how I do that. I'll put links for different blow dryers. You don't have to use the links. It's just if you're happen to search, you don't want to look long, you can click onto those. But I'll definitely put links for the Artist Man products down below likewise. And if you have any questions, let me know. Put your comments down below. And yeah, that's about it. Very easy to do. Takes much less time than this video actually took, but at least you have an idea of what you have to do. It's not hard. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.